Hey, it's Ethan with ComTech. So today I want to talk about a question we get asked from time to time, which is better, the ComTech phone system or Microsoft Teams phone? So I wanted to create a whole video to talk about what the differences were, what the similarities are. So the first thing is they're going to use a lot of the same back-end type infrastructure. It's not exactly the same, but quality level should be the exact same. You can on both systems, whether it's ComTech or Teams, you can use an app on your desktop, on your mobile phone, or you can use a physical phone. You can bring your phone numbers over to the ComTech system. You can also bring it over to Microsoft Teams. And then the final piece here is they're both monthly services. So it's not a phone system that you buy one time and then you don't have to pay a monthly fee. There is a monthly service cost. Now, let's talk about which is better. So it's not, I set this video up as Teams versus ComTech. It's not necessarily that. It just depends on what your business is and what you're looking for. So let's talk about Teams phone first. Let's talk about some of the things that Teams is designed for. So it typically is designed for larger businesses. Microsoft is a very large corporation, and they designed their phone system for their very large partners. They are trying to make it come down into a smaller market, 150 employees or less, but it's a little bit tricky and they're running into some issues. They're still having success, but they're running into some issues. It's also really good for companies that you're already familiar with Teams. You already use the Microsoft product suite. You already have Teams. You're using it for a chatting service internally. It's easy to just turn on the phone piece, so that is good. Typically, we see most clients that have Microsoft Teams phone, they have an internal IT department or an internal person on staff to manage the entire phone system. As I said earlier, I'm not downing Microsoft, but the system was designed for larger corporations. There is a bit more management. In my opinion, it's not as logical to manage it, and typically, most clients we see that use Microsoft Teams phone, they have somebody that is a full-time in-house IT person that manages it. Another thing is the successful clients with Microsoft Teams typically have less physical phones on the desk. Maybe everybody is remote and they're used to using Microsoft Teams and they're just used to using a web app on their desktop. And then the final thing is organizations that regularly use Teams outside of their organization. So let me explain what I mean by this. Smaller organizations that we see here at ComTech typically use something like Microsoft Teams, or they use something like Slack internally to chat and video chat amongst their team. They don't think about using that same tool to communicate with all their clients, with web meetings and that sort of thing. So larger corporations think about that. They want to use one tool for everything. There's benefits and there's cons to that, but typically the ones that lean more towards Microsoft Teams phone, they're already used to using Microsoft Teams outside of their organization and internal. Now, let's look at a managed phone system like ComTech. So ComTech is more on our phone system focuses more on that small to medium-sized business. You certainly can go over that. We've got a number of clients that are 500 plus employees. So the system is scalable, but it's designed more for those smaller type companies. Again, no in-house IT department. Typically, we come in and we do all the management on the phone system because it's relatively easy. It's easier to manage. More need for physical phones. A lot of clients that we talk to are still coming into the office, or they still just simply like a physical phone and they like a lot of different options. Maybe this person wants a wireless phone, this person wants a big screen, this person wants a cordless phone. There's a lot of different options. Maybe you need faxing, or if you need paging, or if you need texting. Our system, it comes native inside of it, all of those capabilities. It has all of that. Microsoft Teams phone system, as you'll see here in a minute, It does have the ability to do that with a third-party company, but it's not native. So if you need faxing, you need paging, some of these items a lot of our clients need. And then the final thing that is a good fit, a company is a good fit for the ComTech phone system, is if you just want something that is easy to manage, it's very logical. The phone system, you can log into it, you can change call flow, you can set up a holiday very simply, you can change ring groups. There's lots of things like that it's just, it was designed for a very, very simple use. Now, let's talk a little bit about pros and cons. So we're going to start with Teams. So the first pro is Microsoft is a very large corporation. They have the ability to price some of the smaller competitors like ComTech. In some sense, they can price us out. So the price is a slight bit less than what a ComTech phone system would be. That, I should have put a star on it because I'm recording this in December of 2024. I just found out that Microsoft increased their price by about 13% across the board. So that price decrease may not actually apply now. But another pro is if you're already using Microsoft Teams, I already talked about it. It's built right into Microsoft Teams. It's not a separate app, so you would just turn on the phone system. There will be some configuration, but that is definitely a pro. Now, on the con side, as I said, no faxing, no paging, no texting. I put a star there because there are a lot of third-party companies that come in and put a plug-in into Microsoft Teams, and they can do these things, but by natively, the Microsoft Teams phone system cannot do that. Unfortunately, as I said, it is more management overhead. I'm not bashing Microsoft, but it's just designed for a different type of company. And the internal IT, typically, most of the people have internal IT that use this, so they've got to learn it. And then I do have to bash Microsoft just a little bit here because the largest con is, unfortunately, their support. Again, I keep saying it on this video, but they are a very large corporation. There's nothing wrong with them. I love them to death. We're a Microsoft partner. We use a lot of their products. But to be honest, if you had a phone call issue and you wanted to trace an exact phone call and say, show me what happened here, I need quality checks, I need these things, something went wrong, there is no one that you're going to know that I'm aware of on a first name basis at Microsoft. You're not going to be able to call them. It's going to end up in a multi-day process, most likely. It's just not a great experience for most of our clients. Now, let's talk about pros of the ComTech phone system. As I said, our solution has faxing, paging, texting. It's all built right into it. As I said earlier, you have more physical phone options. Small management overhead. Typically, we do the overhead. And then if you have somebody on staff that wants to do it, simple call flow changes, auto attendance, finding a call recording, something like that is very, very simple. And then the final thing here is local. If you're in North Carolina, you have local support, and then it's always fast and friendly support. Our typical response time is less than an hour. Compared with a much larger company, there's a big difference there. And the local part, like I said, North Carolina is where our home base is, but we have clients all over the state, or all over the country, I apologize. Cons, it's going to be a slight bit more. There's no other way to say that. Almost guaranteed we can run the numbers and show you exactly, but you're paying for a white glove type service. As of right now, our solution for our desktop and mobile app does not have video calling like Microsoft Teams does. And then you will have a separate phone system than Microsoft Teams. So you'll have your Microsoft Teams on your desktop, and then you'll either have a physical phone or you will have an app on your desktop, a separate app to keep the two separate. Now, as a quick recap, this is kind of a recap of everything I've went over. So if your organization is 150 users plus, you're not as worried about a little bit more management overhead. Maybe you have an internal IT person that can do that, and you're already using Teams, and you want to look at the cost savings, the slight cost savings, then Teams might be a very good solution for you. On the ComTech side, I would say any size. We do specialize in that smaller area, but again, we have clients that go up over 500 employees, easier call flow, and then certainly I would say our support. If you check out our Google reviews or something like that, you'll see everyone loves the support. But the main point of this is here are the differences. Both systems are absolutely valid. They just are valid in different markets. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave us a comment below, or if you want us to run a cost analysis on your phone system, we're more than happy to do that. But go out to our website, leave us a comment below. Have a great day.